If the king decreed that anyone who refused to bow to the golden idol would be thrown into a fiery furnace and burned alive, would you kneel? But these three men looked straight into the tyrant's eyes and delivered the fiercest defiance in human history. At this very moment, they are as fragile as ants. No armies, no weapons, only their words. Their lives hang by a thread in the very next second. King Nebuchadnezzar flew into a violent rage. He gave the three Hebrew youths one last chance. When you hear the horn, if you still don't bow, prepare to be turned into charcoal. The atmosphere is suffocating. Every onlooker knows this furnace usually bakes bricks, but today it burns flesh. Yet, their response completely snapped the king's sanity. They said, "The God we serve is able to deliver us from your hand. But even if he does not, know this, O king, we will never serve your gods." The very moment they were bound and cast into the raging inferno, the twist arrives. The king leaps from his throne in sheer terror. He sees not three men in the fire, but four. And the fourth looks like a son of the gods. Not only are they not burned, but their ropes are gone, and they are walking freely amidst the flames. Absolute vulnerability, completely overturned by absolute power. A fatal trap becomes a stage for miracles. In this moment, the faith that saved them compels a pagan king to offer public praise. But the twists don't end here. The stakes are rising. If the furnace was overt violence, the next trap is a dagger hidden inside the law. This time, the spotlight shifts to Daniel. Now over 80 years old, Daniel holds high office but possesses no means of self-defense. His political enemies set a lethal trap, tricking the king into signing a decree. For 30 days, anyone who prays to any god or human except the king will be thrown into the lion's den. It is an unalterable law, yet Daniel, knowing the decree has been signed, still opens his window toward Jerusalem, gets down on his knees 3 times a day, and prays. At this moment, life is fragile to the absolute extreme. The king has sealed the decree with his own ring. Even he cannot save Daniel. Before parting, the supreme ruler of the empire chokes back tears and says to the old man, about to be thrown to the lions, "Your God, whom you serve continually, he will rescue you." That night, the king could not sleep. At the break of dawn, he races frantically to the den, crying out in a trembling voice, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you serve continually, been able to rescue you from the lions?" Then, from the deep shadows of that pit of death, comes Daniel's calm, clear voice. "May the king live forever. My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions." From the fiery furnace to the lion's den, from the fearlessness of youth to the steadfastness of old age, this is a faith of even if he does not. They were not blind to the cruelty of reality or their own vulnerability. Rather, they deeply believed that inside the greatest crisis hides the greatest miracle. True faith isn't believing that God will act according to our script. It's believing that no matter the outcome, he is still in control. If you are shaken by this courage, leave your amen in the comments and follow me. In the next episode, I'll unpack how Daniel decoded prophetic dreams in the Babylonian palace.